guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, I'm Kita and I make videos on productivity, on finance and freelancing. I'm a freelancer myself, I'm a web designer and I'm also an influencer and a content creator. I'm a lot of things actually, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to start from scratch and actually make money doing whatever you want to do. If you're starting without generational wealth or without a solid support system in Nigeria, it's going to be tough, it's going to be hard, it's going to look like you want to die because it's going to be hard. I'm speaking from experience. So that's why I feel like this video is very necessary, because it's a video that a lot of people from my community have asked for. And you guys, I'm starting afresh again on Instagram. So cheers to new beginnings. I'm sorry for breaking your heart, guys. I know that you guys are probably mad at me right now for saying I'm leaving WhatsApp. I'm talking to my WhatsApp community. I'm sorry, guys. But let's get back into today's video. We're going to be talking about how you can start from scratch as a freelancer, as a creative, as a business owner, because these are questions that people have asked over and over again in my community. Now, starting from scratch means you are starting without leverage. What is leverage? Leverage is the difference between the effort you put in and the results you get. There are things that you can add that will actually give you more leverage. So you just do a little bit of work and those things will magnify. For instance, somebody that owns a company that has like 1,000 employees, like it does not even have to do so much to get the kind of results that somebody that has 100 employees will get. Okay, so that's collaboration. I learned these forms of leverage from hormozi, so you should check him out. We talked about collaboration, capital, code and content, but for this particular video I'll be talking about collaboration, capital and content. Now, capital, if your parents are already rich, if they give you 2 million naira to start your business, you are way better than somebody that has to start from 0 naira, because it's not easy, it's not the same. So capital can act as a form of leverage to magnify your results and help you get results faster. Now, if you don't have capital, you don't have people to collaborate with, then there's this last thing, which is content. With creating content, you can build leverage for yourself. So maybe you sell something. Creating one video can actually change your life and help you sell out. One good video that a lot of people watch and goes viral can actually act as a form of leverage for you. Or maybe a content creator, you've been making videos, you have this sort of community, it can act as a source of leverage for you. So now, how are you going to build this leverage? That's the real question. How are you going to build capital? How are you going to get and build good content? How are you going to create a form of system where you can collaborate? We'll be talking about all of this in this particular video, but I'll tell you this: if you don't have leverage, you are going to be so slow in growing. It's going to look like life is after you. So the first journey is actually for you to build leverage. Now let's get into the right mindset for starting anything from scratch. The first thing I want you to know is that starting from scratch is very hard. It is difficult. It is more difficult than you think. It's even worse if you refuse to start from scratch because you are scared that it is difficult. It is not easy. That's what I want you to know. Okay, when you start from scratch, you are just figuring things out. There are a lot of mistakes that you are going to make. You are going to fail multiple times, and with each failure you are going to learn lessons that are going to change your life. But if you refuse to let yourself fail, if you refuse to take a chance on yourself, you are not going to move away from wherever it is that you are stuck at right now. So you have to move, and you have to be ready to face how difficult it's going to be. Now, this is the second mindset that you need to have. You need to drop all comparisons. Like, life is fucking hard. Sorry for saying that. Life is hard, okay? Life is hard. Your life is more difficult than another person's life. It's okay. Like, life is unfair. Yes. Accept it. Life is very, very unfair. But are you going to now say because life is unfair, you're going to live a mediocre life? Or you're just going to accept whatever is given to you? You're going to wait for the government to change? Do you want to suffer? Do you want to suffer? Knowing this, when you are starting from scratch, stop complaining. I complain sometimes though, like, this thing is so hard. But then I work, because I know that even if I complain from now to tomorrow, it changes nothing. The third thing is that you are going to have to take responsibility for your life. You're going to have to say, this thing I'm starting might be difficult, it might be hard, I might make mistakes, but whatever happens, I'm ready to shoulder the blame. I'm not going to blame anybody for my actions or inactions. I'm not going to blame anybody for the mistakes that I make. I'm going to swallow everything and take responsibility for every single thing. Nobody is going to save you. I'm sorry to break it to you, but if I'm like a rich person, I probably will go for a fellow rich person. I'm not even joking right now. Like if I'm a rich man, I probably will go for a rich woman. This is not Nollywood. Nobody is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. You have to take yourself to a level where, I'm just talking to my ladies here, where the rich man will be able to find you or something. But if you are still in the trenches and you are waiting for one rich man to come and say, voila, you will suffer. Take responsibility for your life. Nobody is coming to save you. So you have to do whatever you can to get yourself out of the trenches. The next mindset shift that you are going to need to make is to let go of your limiting beliefs. Now, we all have limiting beliefs at each stage of our life, else we'll already be at the top. Okay, there are things that we've learned that have subconsciously kept us exactly where we are. Now you're going to need to unlearn all of those things, to find out what they are, to unlearn them, and to move. For me now, I had a couple of limiting beliefs when I first started. I thought freelancers cannot make money, Nigerian freelancers cannot make money online being their self, because one person told me that you have to. It's a lie. See, my real name, like this, my full name, Adeshewa Ajifor Bajin Mary, is what I use on Upwork, and I landed jobs. So it does not even matter. All those things are just things that you are telling yourself to justify your inaction, to justify why you are still where you are. When you decide to take up responsibility for your life and say, okay, all these things that I don't know how I learned them, but they need to go, your life is going to change. Okay, and it's going to be so much easier for you to build from scratch. So let go of all of those, oh, somebody like me that is just starting with no capital, I'm not going to make a lot of money, I'm not going to get customers, nyam 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 nyam. My first week influencing, I landed 3 different brands or so within my first week. I don't even see, let go of all those limiting beliefs that, oh, this thing is not going to happen because of this thing. I'm going to give you an example. Recently, I got on Instagram, created a second Instagram page for my web design business, and then I started reaching out to people. Cold DM, that's what we call it. And at first I was like, I probably should wait and grow my page before I start reaching out to people. But I told myself that it doesn't even matter about this page. I am good at what I do. I'm very skilled at branding, community building, whatever, and web design. Like, it doesn't even matter what my page says at this particular moment. I'm going to pitch and I'm going to land meetings, and people are replying my pitch. So see, your limiting beliefs is all inside your head, and you're going to have to let it go for you to actually grow. Now, the last thing is that you are going to need to become a new person. To become exactly what you are trying to become, you're going to need to be that person right now. Now, if you are thinking of starting a YouTube channel, you're going to need to see yourself as a YouTuber right now. What does a good YouTuber do? A good YouTuber is very consistent. It took me a while to get this logic. How does a good YouTuber behave? What is their content structure like? What is their calendar like? How often do they post? How do they build their communities? All of those things, you're going to need to become that person in your mind. Okay, if you say, I'm an aspiring influencer, I'm an aspiring YouTuber, it does not make any sense. You are that thing already. You have to see yourself as that particular thing when you are just starting, even when you are just starting. But moving to the next part, now that you have like the mindset for starting out in your mind. I don't want to hear any aspiring kiniko. Aspiring what? Aspire to Maguire. Call yourself what it is. I don't even call myself a micro what? You kidding me? I'm an influencer. Deal with it. I have influence. So the next thing you're going to want to do is research. Don't jump into anything that you do not understand. I've made the mistake several times, and I'll tell you, it will bite you in the truth. It will bite you in the, no matter how little that thing you want to start out is. Research. Ask questions from people who have been doing it before and let them answer. Let's start from self-analysis. Where are you and where do you want to be? Where are you and where do you want to be? Currently, this is where I am. Somewhere inside Ife. Where do I want to be? A skyscraper? I don't know. Oh my God, I want to be in Paris right now. Living my sweet baby girl life and saying au revoir, monsieur. I crack myself up. So where are you right now? Where do you want to be? And those are the two questions I need you to first ask yourself. Where are you? Who are you right now? Who do you want to be? You need to become a new person. So now the question is, who are you right now and who do you need to become to achieve your goals? Next thing you are going to want to do is research somebody that is already the new person you want to become. So let's say I want to become Kim Kardashian. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to research Kim Kardashian. How did she build her wealth? How did she get there? What are her habits? What are the things that she did? What are the things that she does? What are the gimmicks? What are the blah, 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 blah. All of those things, I'm going to need to figure them out. What are the business models? Okay, like you are not going to become that person with the current knowledge that you have. You are going to need to change that knowledge. You're going to need to learn more, to learn new things actually. Once you have done that, you're going to create a persona. You want to write out what this person does. What does this person think? Who does this person relate to? What are this person's friends? What books have they read? What podcasts do they listen to? Where did they start from? And how did they start? Now for me, I share my journey all over social media. The books I read, the podcasts I listen to. If you check my Instagram, you're going to see. If you check my TikTok, you're going to see. I'm sharing constantly so that anybody that wants to follow the same path can find all of those things and can use them to their advantage. I even share the creators that I listen to actually. As you can see, if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. Look at this value I'm dishing out. Subscribe to my channel. You're doing all of these things so you can set realistic expectations. There was a time I said I wanted to grow to 2,000 followers in 2 months. Totally unrealistic. I would say the only way I could have done that was if my main focus was just Instagram. But I was running several things at once. Unless I'm a robot, it was impossible for me to get that done. I guess I had to figure out that okay, this my dream is beyond me. Like it's not even achievable. But if I face myself, I'll probably be able to achieve it over the span of like 9 months. I actually took a course that actually now rearranged my brain. I took Posh. I took Posh course on Instagram influencing and growing your Instagram account, which I totally recommend. I'll probably share a link to our Instagram page in this description so you can check it out if you are trying to grow as a creator. She taught me a lot of things, some of which I did not follow because I'm a coconut head, but then I was able to set realistic expectations for myself and I realized that whatever it is I'm talking about is overboard. Now this is something you need to know. If you set a goal, maybe you are trying to grow on YouTube, you're going to need to work 100 times harder than you think you need to work. You know, when you're looking at all of the, when you're looking at me now sitting here, you probably might think it is easy, but I promise you it is hard. So you're going to need to prepare yourself for the, somebody said, and which is something I follow, do what is required, not what is your best. Okay, I don't do my best, I do what is required, because sometimes your best that you think cannot get you the results that you are looking for. The best that you have right now, the best that you are, cannot get you the kind of results that you need. Whatever it is that you are about to start, just know that you are going to multiply your effort and you are going to need to do way more than you think you need to do. This is what you need to know when you are starting out. Don't tell people that are low vibrational your goals. Do not tell people that are low vibrational. People that when you give them an idea, they're like, are you sure this thing will work? Are you sure this thing is good? If they're not offering confirmed critic and you've known them to always be bad belly people, you have no business telling them anything. In fact, I will even extend it to don't just go ahead and go be telling your parents every new venture that you want to start. Like, most times, people that are born from a previous generation cannot really relate to most of the things that our generation, Gen Z of course, our generation, they cannot relate to the way the business models work now, you know, all of that stuff. So you have to be very careful who you are telling your dreams, who you are telling your goals. Okay, you want to tell people that are within that niche, people that like me now. If you want to start a business and you come and tell me, of course I might be able to help you in a way and advise you a little, right? Contrary to somebody that you want to go and tell somebody that does not have a business, that does not have a job, that does not have a plan, that does not have a goal. What do you think the person is going to tell you? I'm not going to say more than that. You want to reach out to people that are supportive, people that have been there, people that have like an idea of exactly how to get you to where you want to be. Like I mentioned, you have to become a new person. So now you're going to create routines for that new person to achieve these new goals that you are setting out to achieve, which is to grow whatever business or whatever venture that you have gotten yourself into. You're going to need to set routines. I have a whole video on routines, so I don't think I want to go into the blah 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 and start explaining routines. Okay, now you're going to need to put in more effort than required. I also have a video where I explained how I'm going to be putting in more effort than is required, and obviously you guys can see the results of that video. So I'm going to be linking that video as well, so you can watch it once you're done with this one. You're just starting out. Do just one thing, but do that one thing extremely well. Do one thing, but do that one thing extremely well. Don't be like me, jack of all trades. Like, I didn't get here by being jack of all trades. I got here by just focusing solely on web design. At first I was focusing on writing, but then I just gradually paced myself and kept moving. So do just one thing and do that one thing well. How do you get to the point where you start to make money from that particular thing? Making money is hard when you have no money, obviously. So you're going to have to use your skills as leverage. Now let's start from here. If you're starting completely from scratch, no father's money, no mother, nothing, you're going to need to trade your time for money. You're going to need to get a job that can at least pay you enough for you to be able to buy data. I was like a night sub person. Like I used to do night sub every night. And even though you cannot even afford night sub, but you're in a university, find out where there are free Wi-Fi's and watch YouTube videos. Learn skills. Okay, what kind of skills can you learn? You can learn writing, you can learn web design. I have a web design course. My course is 50k. So you probably would have to maybe do some other things if you cannot, if you're just starting out. Like, it's not something I would advise someone that does not even have like a formal business or something to come and buy. Because my course is not a fast course it's not like a Ponzi scheme course that you pay me now, 5 days later you have finished the course, you're already making money. My course is like 6 months because it took me 4 years to learn all of those things. So first of all, like I said, trade your time for money. For me, when I started, the only thing I knew how to do was write. So I used to write like all these 3 naira per word, 2 naira per word articles. Then the money I got from that, I used it to buy data, a lot of YouTube videos, learned a lot on like web design and such, and I had help. Now this is where we're talking about collaboration. You cannot do it by yourself. You need to beg for help. I have an uncle that I called, like I messaged him, begged him that, see, I have potential, but I don't have a laptop. You are going to need to help me. I need a laptop, blah blah blah. I begged though. You are going to need to do this thing, I'm telling you. Beg, look for help. Look for you will need to look for your helper, but before you look for your helper, make sure that you have like things that you can show for it. Like, I've learned so and so skill, I've learned this. Coming out of the trenches is one of the hardest things. You see people on Twitter, like they're talking to all these tech influencers, like, oh, I've learned so and so, but what I'm needing now is a laptop. Like, in fact, we just like, I don't know how much laptops are now because of the whole inflation and everything, but with 100k, you should be able to get like a decent laptop to just start whatever tech venture it is that you're getting into. That's if you're getting into tech. But if you're doing like something like influencing, you probably just need your phone and you need to buy a course from like an influencer so you have like knowledge. But you can also learn from YouTube. You can learn from YouTube, okay? So I started with writing and then slowly graduated up to web design. And then I started paying for courses. I paid for an Upwork course, I paid for a branding course, and paid for Skillshare, learned a lot of things. You are going to need to pay for stuff eventually. But when you are starting, I would say go for high-paying skills. What are the kind of high-paying skills you can get? As a business owner now, as a freelancer, as a creative, you need to understand the concept of selling, sales. You need to understand marketing, copywriting, and all of these are general skills, okay? These 4 things, wherever it is that you're applying it to, you are going to excel. I'm talking sales, marketing, copywriting. As a web designer, these 3 skills are very essential for me. As a writer, these 3 skills will be essential too, because you have to be able to sell ideas. marketing. If you're an influencer, I don't know how to market. I don't understand what you're doing. So yeah, these are 3 things that I would say you need to learn, and you can learn them out here on YouTube. You can learn them with books. You see people that will be able to give you free PDFs. I'm telling you. So the problem is, are you ready? Are you ready to change your life? Are you ready? You're going to need to get soft skills. This is what will make a difference in you growing your business or growing whatever venture that you're going to grow. One of the soft skills that you can get is communication. You can see the way I'm talking, that I'm flowing, that you're enjoying this video, and you're like, communication. I learned it. I had to learn. Watch several videos on public speaking, on confidence, on talking to the camera, or I learned all of those things. In fact, communication when talking to clients on Upwork platform, on like Upwork on Fiverr, when pitching, I had to learn all of those individual things. So are the small things that can actually make a difference in your life. Empathy. If you don't feel bad for that, I don't get it. Like, are you a robot? You have to drop that Nigerian mentality. Drop it. Because you cannot sell without empathy. You need to be able to feel for your clients or for your... You need to be able to feel and put yourself in their shoes. Okay? So you need to learn empathy. Time management. Now this is a skill that I spent a whole year learning. How to manage my time. How to become more productive. How to journal. Meditate. But I believe I can make a new video to explain time management even more. But you can check, like I talked about my video on routines. Proactivity, the ability to think ahead. Now, for me, I think like 5 steps ahead. I play chess. I think you should play chess too. But I play chess, so I think being able to think 5 moves ahead will help you, especially when it comes to making money. Now, I've said all of these things, but you're like, how am I now going to make money? Like, I'm only making noise. When I said go and learn sales, go and learn marketing. That's the only... If you don't know how to market yourself, just forget about whatever thing you are doing. This is my YouTube channel. If people know the aggressive marketing I did to even get people to even subscribe to this channel, I was very aggressive about it. I was talking about it every single day. So there's no way you're not going to market yourself if you really, really are serious about whatever it is that you're going to do. How do you convert skills to money? How do you sell and influence people's decisions? There are a lot of things when it comes to selling and influencing people. There's so much to know. I don't even know where to start from. But I believe this should be a new video for me that I will make for you guys, because it's not an easy topic to talk about. But before you are able to convert your skills to money, you must have that confidence, that belief in that your skill. You don't have to be the best at it. You just have to know the basics for you to be able to sell. Now, this is what happens when you are starting out. You attract clients that also are just starting out, so you can figure things out with them. Now, this is me just talking generally. I can't really like pinpoint on one particular this thing. But I want you to know that you are going to need to learn how to sell, how to influence, and it starts from conviction. The belief in whatever it is that you are doing. You cannot sell what you don't believe in. I cannot sell you on all this idea if I don't believe in it. And I believe in it because I've tested it, I've tried it, and I've seen other people do it. So belief is one major crucial part, in selling anything. Whether you're a WhatsApp vendor, whether you are a YouTuber. How will you be selling your YouTube channel and you'll be like, please subscribe to my channel. Oh, please. The next thing is you are going to need to learn how to brand and stand out. How to stand out. It's important for you to stand out. You cannot be the same as everybody that knows that my brand stands out. Okay, I'm not the same. You can separate me from several influencers like very easily. Oh, this is Kita. This is Kita. The brand stands out. So you need to learn how to do that as well. And I've promised my community a video on this. So probably, I don't know, my break is August. So I don't know how that's going to work, but I'll probably try and see if I can make that video next week. You're going to need to learn how to be visible and stay visible. How to be visible and stay. Some people get like 5 minutes of fame on TikTok, 1 million views, but they are unable to convert the views into anything that can be consistent for them. So how to get visible and stay visible, and the secret to that is marketing. The last thing that you are going to need to know is what to do with the first money that you make. When you start making money, after you've gone through all of these things that I've said, when you eventually start making money, I want you to know that that money that you've made is not your money for spending and lavishing. It's not the money that you go and invest into crypto or you go and invest into Kiniko. It's the money that you will invest back into yourself. You take more skills if you're a freelancer. You buy gadgets if you're a content creator. If you're a business owner, you buy packaging materials. You buy things to help you stand out as a brand. Don't just carry your money and say, I want to go and buy Kiniko. You've not gotten to that point yet. You guys, this video, there's a lot that is unsaid that I still need to say, but I want to keep it at 30 minutes. If you enjoyed what you heard, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and get people to watch this video. I just want this knowledge to reach more people, okay? And yeah, it was nice having you here. Thank you for joining me in today's episode. What am I saying? Am I a podcaster? Oh. By the way, my podcast is coming after my break. But yes, thank you for watching, and give this video a thumbs up and let me know what you learned in the comment section. Let's go. And what am I saying? Good luck on starting your new venture. I believe in you.